हेलो गाइस, अ वेरी गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू. वेलकम बैक. स्वागत है आप सभी का एक बार फिर से. बेसिकली हर सैटरडे हम लोग आपका एक रिपोर्ट एंड एनालिसिस के अराउंड डिस्कशन करते हैं. आज हम लोग आपका इसी डिस्कशन को कंटिन्यू करने वाले हैं और आज की रिपोर्ट आपका बेस्ड है sustainable development goal. Okay, so India's report or India's performance toward the sustainable development goal, and the report is generally prepared by Niti Aayog, and it is the volume 4 of this particular report, right? So we are going to discuss this particular one in detail. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. So those who are watching live, please quickly join in and do mention into the comment section so we can start our today's discussion, right? So guys, so far India has presented four reports. So basically Niti Aayog is the nodal agency for the overall taking care about the sustainable development goals in India. So they have to present their report with United Nations, and this was the fourth report. Okay, so first report was released in 2018 or submitted in 2018. Another one was 1920, 2021, and the final one is 23-24. Okay, so there are 16 plus goal, overall 17 goal, and 17 number is kind of collaboration among the past 16 goal. And target was 70, indicators was 113 in this particular one. Okay, and if you talk about the India's rank at the global level, so it was 71 as per this particular report, okay, or as per the sustainable development goals or efforts toward the sustainable development goals by United Nations. Okay, so this report is called Sustainable Development Goals Index 23-24 towards Viksit Bharat. Okay, so with the help of localization things and all, which were generally part of this one. Okay, so sustainable progress and inclusive growth. So this was the title of this particular report for the 23-24, right? So Niti Aayog is the nodal agency, and sustainable development goals, these goals are taken by United Nations. The target year is 2030. Earlier we have MDGs, Millennium Development Goals. Okay, so like 2000 to 2015, and 2015 onwards we have Sustainable Development Goals, and there are 17 goals which are generally part of this particular league. Okay, so first have a quick look about this. So the 2030 agenda for sustainable development adopted by all United Nations members in 2015 provide a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for peoples and the planet now and into the future. At the heart, there are 17 sustainable development goals, which are an urgent call for action by all countries developing in a global partnership, right? So overall, if you talk about the goals, so these goals are like, we have 17 goals which are generally part of this one. Earlier in case of MDGs there were 8 goals. ठीक है, तो जब आपका SDG आया तो इसमें 17 गोल्स आपका इंक्लूड किए. 2015 से स्टार्ट हुआ and for the 15 years, and the target year is 2013. So if you talk about the 17 goals, so these are like, first one is no poverty, another one is zero hunger, third one is good health and well-being, fourth one is quality education, fifth one is gender equality, sixth one is clean water and sanitation, seventh one is affordable clean energy, eighth one is decent work and economic growth, ninth one is industry innovation and infrastructure, 10th one is required reduce inequalities, 11th one is sustainable cities and communities, then 12th one is responsible consumption and production. Okay, apart from these, 13th one was climate action, 14th one was life below water, 15th one is life on land, 16th one was peace, justice and strong institution, and 17th one is partnership for the goal. ठीक है, that means ये जो आपके प्रीवियस 16th गोल हैं उनको अचीव करने के लिए रीजनल और नेशन वाइज पार्टनरशिप और कोलैबोरेशन, so that is generally part of the 70. Actually वी हैव 16 एरियाज, 16 गोल आपका जो कहीं ना कहीं इस पर्टिकुलर अगर हम लोग बात करें मिशन का, तो जिसमें आप क्या रखेंगे एसडीजी जिनको हम लोग आपका बोलते हैं, ठीक है। सो एसडीजी इंडिया इंडेक्स 2023 टुवर्ड विकसित भारत सस्टेनेबल प्रोग्रेस एंड इंक्लूसिव रिपोर्ट, this was the name of the report which were released by Niti Aayog and submitted to United Nations. Okay, so if you talk about the goal level performance, okay, so we have these 16th goal. Okay, so there are some different areas. Then we have aspirants, performer, आपका front runner and achiever. ठीक है, maximum you will find in between these two areas. ठीक है, performer and front runner based on the scoring. ठीक है, so like aspirant is 49 up to 49, 50 to 64, front runner 65 to 99, achiever is where we have 100% attainment of that particular goal, right? So if you talk about this particular one, 23 24, so no poverty 72, then we have zero hunger, it is 62, then in case of good health and well-being 77, then we have quality education आपका it is around 61, then 49 आपका gender equality, so it is comes under this particular one is still in red. Then we have sustainable development goal 6, clean water and sanitation 89, 86 आपका affordable clean energy, then we have, so these are the score, ठीक है। So only one goal which is still part of the aspirant, that is gender equality. Rest in the other areas, like most of areas, we are generally belongs to the front runners as per this particular report itself. Okay, if you talk about the state wise performance, okay, so state and union territories wise performance, okay, so this report here we have like state wise Uttarakhand and Kerala, these are top two performers state in. So Uttarakhand and Kerala on top. If you talk about the implementation of these particular goals, these 17 goals or state action toward these 17 goals. So Uttarakhand on top, then we have Kerala. Okay, Uttarakhand and Kerala, they have both have same score. Okay, so these two are the topmost state. Then we have Tamil Nadu, 78 overall 78 score. Okay. Goa 77, then we have Himachal Pradesh. So these are the top five or top five performers within the country if you talk about the state levels. Okay, if we talk about the bottom states, the worst performing states, so we have Bihar with a overall score of 57. Okay. Then we have Jharkhand, Nagaland, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. These are the bottom five states. Okay. So you have to remember these lists also. Sometime examiner they generally ask top performers or bottom performers. You do not have to remember the score, but just do take care about these particular name. If you talk about the union territories, so in case of union territory, it is topped by Chandigarh with a overall score of 77, and then we have Jammu and Kashmir, then we have Puducherry, and if we talk about the overall list, Ladakh with 65 at like bottom level. Okay, तो ये आपका ओवरऑल जो परफॉर्मेंस आपका रहा है स्टेट लेवल पे आपका जो डिफरेंट स्टेट एंड यूनियन टेरिटरीज आपकी हैं, ठीक है। एंड ओवरऑल इफ यू टॉक अबाउट इंडियाज रैंक, ठीक है, तो इंडिया की ओवरऑल रैंक आपका दैट इज एट 71 पोजीशन, ठीक है। सो 23-24 इंडियाज ओवरऑल स्कोर इज 71, जहां पे ये जो स्टेट्स हैं आपका जिससे टॉप मोस्ट स्टेट की अभी हमने बात किया या बॉटम या अदर्स जो एरियाज हैं जिनके ऊपर हमने अभी आपका डिस्कशन किया था, ठीक है। सो ओवरऑल इंडियाज रैंक इज 71, ठीक है। सो दिस टाइम देयर वाज वन अनदर थिंग व्हिच वर पार्ट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट, दैट इज नोन एज परफॉर्मिंग गवर्नेंस टुवर्ड विकसित भारत। सो दिस वाज द मेजर like this was the name of the report itself, Viksit Bharat. So India is a federal country and the government at national and state level are primarily responsible for legislation, scheme design and policy implementation. Local government implement these rules and regulation at their district, block and local body levels, and accordingly they generally we do have their defined contribution toward these attainment of these 17 goals. Okay? So this is the overall areas. If you talk about the goal wise contribution, okay? So this is the goal wise contribution. No poverty. If you talk about this one, Tamil Nadu on top, okay? Zero hunger, Kerala on top, okay? Third one is good health and well-being, Gujarat and Delhi. Quality education, Kerala. Then we have gender equality, Nagaland and Lakshadweep. आपका goal 6 clean water and sanitation, Goa. 7 affordable and clean energy, so where we have Andhra Pradesh and so many others. Then we have decent workplace and others, Himachal Pradesh on top. 7 goals. 8 one, sorry, ninth one is industry innovation and all, Goa on top. Reduced inequality, Goa. And then we have sustainable clues and commitments, Maharashtra. Then we have responsible consumption and protection, Tripura. Climate action, Sikkim, Tamil Nadu on top. Life underwater, West Bengal. Life on land, Jharkhand, Tripura. Peace, justice and all, Gujarat. Okay? So if you talk about the state-wise top performers for individual goals, so again they have provided the separate list for that particular one also, right? Now there is one another aspect of this particular report, that is around the sustainable development goal localization, lesson and way forward. Okay, so this was generally part of this one. So localization means it is something like at state level or district level, what is the overall implementation policies and others of these state bodies. So India has extensive and diverse experience in localizing the sustainable development goals. So like we have like policies are generally framed at Niti Aayog level. Okay? So we have where we have different departments. Then state, within a state we have state level policy or aapka district level policy and others. So that goal is further divided, or like it is kind of a delegation of power or implementations. Okay? So at each and every level we do have some kind of decision making or the contribution toward that particular goal. Government of India has unequivocally assigned responsibilities for delivering sustainable development goal through a whole of the government's approach. So this is the basically India model of localization. So first one is planner. So creating institutional ownership, it is led by directly the nodal agency Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog as an anchor institution. Then we have ministries and mapped up responsibilities. Then we have parliament and assemblies with legislative oversight. Then state action institutions. Convergence, capacity building and monitoring. Okay. Then second part is basically pillar 2 is driving competition through collaborations, competitions. Okay. So here we have tools developed by Niti Aayogs, indicate and dashboards. So basically where we generally do some kind of ratings, okay, which state is doing good, which state is performing bad. Okay, ये आपका जो पूरा यहाँ से मिलेंगे, ठीक है. So state action, state indicator framework, then we have district indicator framework, or we have dashboard and district ranking as well. ठीक है, तो state में भी आपका within a state, which is within a state, which district is doing good, which district is doing bad. ठीक है, वो पूरे indicators, parameters जो आपको यहाँ पे मिलेंगे. ठीक है. Then third one is building capacities. Niti Aayog support to state in sustainable development adoption, progress monitoring and knowledge management. Okay. State action is building capacities, district block and ULB level and all. Okay. Pillar 4 is adoption, whole of the society approach. So CSOs, think tank, academia, international organizations, they participate in this. Business sector and partnership built by the state itself. Okay, so this is the overall localization model of the country or of India toward the attainment of these 17 goals. Okay, so what we generally did कि जैसे पूरा एक तो इंडिया के टारगेट, then we have different state and UTs. तो state wise आपका performance, within state also we have district, ULBs and others. इस तरीके से सबकी ranking. So कहीं ना कहीं और अच्छे ढंग से आपका मतलब like if एक स्टेट के अंदर आपका रैंकिंग हो रही है कि दिस डिस्ट्रिक्ट इज डूइंग गुड, दिस इज बैड, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं काइंड ऑफ कंपटीशन। तो इस तरीके से जो पूरा एक आपका स्ट्रक्चर जो यहाँ पे आपका डिजाइन किया गया, ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड, दिस इज गाइस सेकंड। नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज national and subnational institutional framework for sustainable development goal localization in India. So here we have national level, it is led by Niti Aayog directly, Ministry of Statistic and Program Implementations, Ministry of Panchayat Raj, focal point for the localization of in the village level, ठीक है, so it is basically around the Niti Aayog, ठीक है, Niti Aayog which is a नोडल एजेंसी, सो यहाँ पे आपका दो मिनिस्ट्रीज ये, इसके अलावा पार्लियामेंट, देन वी हैव स्कैब, then we have line of ministries, sustainable development, sectorial policy design and all, ठीक है। if you talk about the sub national आपका basically local level, ठीक है, so high level committee chaired by chief secretary, sustainable development goal guidance policy design and review, so here we have directorate of economic and statistic, then we have state legislature, we have training and resources, we have line of ministers, and we have planning department, nodal department for sustainable development coordination and the monitoring, okay। तो ओवरऑल जो एग्जीक्यूशन आपका किया गया दैट एट टू लेवल, ठीक है, वन इज नेशनल, अनदर वन इज सब नेशनल, ठीक है। So these are the basically policy makers, and they will generally take care these policies are getting implemented as expected, ठीक है। तो उस तरीके से आपका ये दो पूरा स्ट्रक्चर, देन आपका जो कहीं ना कहीं जो डिवीजन आपका है वो बेसिक जो लोकलाइजेशन पॉलिसी आपका है दैट इज अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस पर्टिकुलर वन, अंडरस्टूड। तो बहुत ही अच्छे स्ट्रक्चर्स के थ्रू आपका जो ये प्रेजेंट किया, ठीक है। तो ओवरऑल आपका मतलब दिस वाज द अप्रोच फॉर 23-24, एंड अगर हम लोग बात करें स्टेट वाइज परफॉर्मेंसेस, तो वहीं से हमारे को पूरा स्टेट वाइज, डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज या अदर्स जो डेटा आपका प्रेजेंट हुआ, ठीक है। तो 17 गोल आपका, and this is the overall summary as well, right? So 18 it was India's score was 57, and 23-24 India's score was 71, ठीक है। the last report submitted to United Nations उसके पास आपका, ठीक है। और ओवरऑल आपका स्टेट वाइज और जो आपका यूटी वाइज टॉप परफॉर्मेंस और वर्स्ट परफॉर्मेंस उन सबका जो यहाँ पे डिटेलिंग, एंड हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू achieve these particular goal by 2030, the course of action, or like even if you go through that particular report in detail, हर एक गोल को अचीव करने के लिए what are the government initiative that is also part of that particular one, ठीक है। जैसे no poverty, so for what are the actions which are generally taken by government of India to achieve that no poverty goal, or climate change goal number 13, so what are the actions which are generally taken care by government of India टू अटेन दैट पर्टिकुलर गोल, ठीक है। तो इस तरीके से उन्होंने आपका डिटेल में गोल वाइज भी आपका जो इनिशिएटिव्स हैं वो आपको वहां पे देखने के लिए मिलेंगे। अब थोड़ा सा ये रिपोर्ट आपका अप्रैल मई के अंदर लॉन्च हुआ था, ठीक है, तो थोड़ा सा पुराना हो गया, तो इसलिए मैंने जो मेजर फैक्ट्स आपके हैं वो आपका कवरेज यहाँ पे दिया है, स्पेशली जो लोग एडा के लिए या अभी जब तक अगली रिपोर्ट नहीं आती तब तक के लिए अगर आप किसी भी एग्जामिनेशन में जाते हैं तो, ठीक है। तो जैसे ही आपका अगली बार से नई रिपोर्ट आएगी, सो आई विल कम अप विद द लाइक जितना जल्दी आपका होगा उतना जल्दी हम उस रिपोर्ट को आपका यहाँ पे डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है। तो बेसिकली एवरी सैटरडे वी जनरली डिस्कस वन रिपोर्ट, एंड इंडियाज परफॉर्मेंस टुवर्ड दैट पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट, की पॉइंटर्स, की बेसिस एंड अदर्स। तो आज का रिपोर्ट सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट रिपोर्ट था, दैट इज सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल, and it is report is prepared by Niti Aayog, and they have to submit it with United Nations. So based on that particular submission, there was a document released by Niti Aayog itself. तो उसी को हमने यहाँ पे आपका डिस्कशन किया, ठीक है। So I hope you enjoy this particular one. Now I'll see you tomorrow. So कल हम लोग आपका फिर से मिलेंगे मास्टर क्लासेस के अंदर 8 PM, तो जहाँ पे हम लोग यूनिट वाइज आपका मैनेजमेंट के जो टॉपिक्स हैं हर एक टॉपिक के ऊपर उसके जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं पहले कॉन्सेप्ट को समझते हैं, देन आपका एमसीक्यूज करते हैं। 8 PM इज द टाइमिंग, प्लीज डू जॉइन दैट पर्टिकुलर वन। एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, if you have any queries related to RBI Grade B or any other regulatory bodies examination, so there is a form given in the description box, please do fill that particular form, so our team will connect with you and they'll solve out that particular problem also, okay। So this is it from my side guys, thank you for joining this session, thank you for watching this session, bye bye, take care all, have a nice day, thank you.